Welcome back, trainers. Hope you're doing well. The season has officially restarted, but before it did, I wanted to do one last set with Ruffianromeos Legend Team. His team consisted of Registeel, Pelipper, and a Swampert, so I was getting used to the team, and it's really solid. I wish I had known about this team. At least maybe that way I could climb expert, who knows. But it did take me some time to adjust to it, and I believe this one is a loss. But it came down pretty close. But anyway, so we got the attack drop, and I feel like I stayed in here a little bit too long. But this he was also just over farming a lot too, so I was worried to go into my Pelipper and then get like a Psycho boost or something like that. So anyway, I end up banking the Zap Cannon, and I throw this right here. Honestly, maybe I should have just I was a little too scared to take a move, but maybe I should have just took it. His attack dropped. And right here, I was hoping to at least reach two weather balls against this Registeel, but I'm not able to. I almost get close to it, but they end up reaching a move. And right here, I didn't want to go a shield down just yet. I was thinking maybe I could just farm so much energy with the with my Swampert, so I'm gonna go ahead and bring in the Swampert right here and start trying to get a bunch of energy. I'm waiting for the clock to go down, but maybe I shouldn't have done that. But they bring in a Sableye, and I'm gonna go ahead and shield this. And I think after I shield this, I'm gonna go ahead and bring in my Registeel, and I'm gonna go ahead and do the Zap Cannon, and I'm hoping to get a shield. They don't shield it, and they get an attack drop. Honestly, right here, this is where it goes south. I ended up trying to overfarm and actually try to get him all the way down, and I think that was horrible of me. I should have just been more aggressive, start throwing these Hydro Cannons as soon as I could, because maybe they weren't a shield of that, and I would have kept that shield, and I still would have a ton of energy against this Registeel. So because I think that was honestly still winnable at that point. I should have just thrown the Hydro. I had like 2 Hydros at that point, so definitely huge misplay on my part. And my opponent actually allowed me to, right there, I think they took 1 Hydro Cannon, and imagine if I had gone for the nuke. Had a couple chances to win there, but it happens. Moving on to the next match, we're going to have our Registeel paired up with a Medicham. This is not the matchup I wanted to see. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I use the Swampert, bring the Swampert right there because I don't want to bring in the harder counter and they end up bringing a Walrein. I'm going to go ahead and do a Hydro Cannon because it's still going to take me getting to an Earthquake to be able to knock this out. So a Hydro Cannon and an Earthquake will be needed. So that's not too bad. I was hoping to get a shield. Now we CMP on this Earthquake, and I'm thinking they're going to shield this, right? But they don't end up shielding it. They let it go, and now we're on a really good spot. And now they bring in their own Swampert, and we're going to go ahead and end up CMPing right here. Gonna get this Hydro Cannon off, and I'm not going to shield it. They end up shielding, and I'm just going to let this Swampert go down, and I believe, or actually I might shield once. No, okay, never mind. I thought I might have shielded. But now I'm going to go ahead and bring in the Registeel. And the reason why is because I don't want to get him to get the Hydro Cannon off on my Pelipper just yet. And I think what I'm going to go ahead and do is Focus Blast right here. And again, they shield. And because they shielded, now I'm going to bring in the Pelipper. But now the Swampert has so much energy, so I made this very close. Gonna take this Hydro Cannon right here, and I am just farming so much. Gonna go ahead and shield now. And no, honey, I'm just I'm recording real quick. Okay, sorry about that. So now I'm gonna go ahead and just let all of these go right here, and I'm just gonna finally throw this Hydro Cannon off. And at this point, I should be able to get farm down range. I believe they were dry at that point. So because of that, our opponent brings in a Medicham, and gonna go ahead and have to shield this. I'm gonna go ahead and just get like 2 more wing attacks, and then I'm gonna go ahead and finally throw the Hurricane. So I guess it's just 1. Gonna throw the Hurricane, and this is gonna nuke the Medi, takes it out. They're gonna bring in their Swampert, and they know I'm gonna farm down, so they decide to concede the match. Very happy about that match. It was a little bit closer than I wanted to, but hey, we got it. Right here, we have another Deoxys lead, and I was hoping they would CMP with me, but Looks like they ended up, this was a rock slide. I was kind of curious. I was like, wait, normally with CMP they have Thunderbolt, but it was a rock slide. So gonna go ahead and throw the Zap Cannon right here, hoping for the defense drop, not defense, or the attack drop. And we get it. We kept on getting them for some reason, and I stayed in here. Honestly, me, I think what Romeo was doing, he was actually, once he gets that off, he just switches off to developer. So I don't think I'm playing that correctly, but I was still adjusting to it. So now they're bringing the Sableye, and what I'm gonna go ahead and do, I get to the Zap Cannon, and once I think if I get the attack drop, I'm just gonna go ahead. No, I'm gonna let it go down because I'm already about to die. Yep, about to go down now, and I'm gonna bring in, I think, the Pelipper, because it's gonna get super. It's gonna be really super spammy to get to the weather balls, and I'm gonna let this. I'm gonna shield this first one. I'm gonna let the other ones go through, but once I let it go through, it actually still does a lot more damage than I wanted to. I'm not gonna go ahead and shield this right here, and this foul play still does a bit more than I wanted to. Gonna go ahead and work my way up to almost 2 weather balls before I throw this, and I don't think they're gonna shield this. Nope, so they don't shield it, so I'm gonna go ahead and just do the back-to-back weather balls right here. I wonder if that might have been CMP right there. Gonna get this off, and they actually end up shielding, and yes, they shielded because they got to the move. So at this point, I'm just gonna let my Pelipper go down, save the shield for my Swampert, and just hope that I can take care of whatever's on the back. They end up having a Registeel, and they're like, there's just no way. I have an energy lead already. We'll take them out with the Earthquake. That's a good game. Moving on, we have a great lead here. We got the Registeel against the Altaria. They bring in their own Registeel, and honestly, I don't know why I decided to just stay in there. I probably should have just brought in the Swampert, but want to get the Focus Blast in real quick. And now I'm gonna go ahead and I think I'm gonna go ahead and take this, and then I'm gonna bring in my Pelipper. I think that's the play that I'm gonna do. The reason why I actually didn't bring in Swampert, because once I take it out, my Swampert's gonna get paired up with Altaria, and that is something that I don't want. So gonna go ahead and throw the weather ball right here. They chose to shield that. So now what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna shield this right here. Turns out it was just a Focus Blast, so dang it, got baited right there. But I felt like right there I was able to just farm it all the way down, and it looked like it stopped attacking there for a second. Maybe the trainer stopped tapping. I thought they were gonna give up at that point, but they were still there. So gonna get this Hurricane off. I think they have one last shield, and I have such an energy lead that I should be able to get to another Hurricane before they get to a move. And yes, I reached the Hurricane, and I was hoping that this was gonna put onto the red, but no, it still has a lot of health left, so that's a bit of a bum right there. That's fine. Gonna go ahead and now let my Pelipper go down at this point. One Hydro Cannon would take it out from this range. Gonna go ahead and bring in my Swampert, and just gonna go ahead and immediately throw. And I actually think that was CMP right there. I think that was CMP right there. They have no shields, so this Altaria is gonna go down, and we're gonna find out what they have in the back. They have them a while. They don't like the matchup. That's a good game. And we still had the Registeel available too. I didn't even realize that. Going to our last and final match, there was a lot of Deoxys leads, but I was playing this, starting to get a little more comfortable with it, and I was hoping to play this one a lot different. But our opponent, as you can see, they didn't throw at CMP. They are still farming energy, and at that point I couldn't switch because of that. So the attack dropped, and they had so much energy, I didn't want to put that onto my Pelipper. So I'm gonna go ahead and decide to take this right here. And just like the first match, I didn't want to make the mistake of banking it and messing things up and messing up alignment. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do, I know I could live it based on our previous match. I lived like with 1 health. They're gonna take me out right there, and now I'm gonna go ahead and do this Zap Cannon, and they end up shielding that, so that's even better for us. And at this point, because their attack dropped twice, there is no point for me to shield this. I didn't think there was. So I'm gonna go ahead and let this go. And it turns out that it was just a Psycho Boost, and as you can see, it does hardly anything. We're up 2 shields. We have a huge energy advantage. Gonna go ahead and throw this Hurricane. Gonna go straight for the nuke, especially because they're a shield down. Boom. They let it go, and just look at that. I'm gonna go ahead and shield right here. We're looking super pretty right here. Gonna have almost another Hurricane by the time I almost take out the Sableye. And now they bring in the Gardevoir. gonna go ahead and get this weather ball. I was hoping to reach one more, but I believe we go down. They use their last and final shield, and we just, dang it, we just couldn't live. But that's all good. All it would take is one hydro cannon, and this Gardevoir is over. I was gonna be a little bit overkill with this, and take him out with an earthquake. But anyway, guys, those are the matches for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and again, huge shout out to Ruffian Romeo, and congrats again, bro, for reaching legend. Hopefully I can reach expert and legend myself now during this new season. And you guys, thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.